What's up, YouTube? We're live, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got James, we got Chris. Maybe some others might join. You never know. This
could
is
happen.
this is the talk show. This is the episode 15 Warp Charge Gaming live Thursday night talk shows, 9 o'clock EST or whatever time it might be where you are. I'm going to jump on YouTube here in a minute and make sure people are attended to if they are giving some commentary. We do like to hear from you. This is a live show, and we would love to have you a part of it. There's a lot to talk about. Lots have happened in the last week. I really enjoyed Ali and you and James here doing a show last week. That was an enjoyable talk show.
Indeed, indeed.
Dude, because we had the best guest ever.
We also talked for like a long time.
It was almost 2 hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours.
I got there late, and we still talked for like what was more than a full show's length when I got there.
Yes, it was a lot of great information and good vibes. Yeah, and Ali makes a wonderful guest, and I hope he jumps on some more.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to have Ali join us at the Shadespire tournament this weekend.
I want Connor to join in so he can defend the fact that I whooped on his Eldar.
Yes, that'll definitely be a part of the conversation about Chris's latest reign of tyranny. Almost pulled a tournament out of your butt there, huh?
Man, it was really frustrating to get a draw in round 2. Me and the person who won the Warp Charged Gaming giveaway model, Will Pauly. We played second game, and I adequately baited him with Mortarion. Like, I played really, what I felt like was really good 40k for an event for me, because I tend to fuck up a lot. Just like at the end of the game, we tallied up points, and it was literally tied, and I was shocked because I really thought I had him on the ropes most of the game, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, that was a surprise.
In ITC championships, though, isn't a tiebreaker broken by kill points?
I think I would have had more, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
but
you're technically supposed to pull the win at that point. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, we kept the draw profile, so and it was funny because he was ranked number 1 and I was number 2 going into the game. And after our game, after his last game, he ended up like number 6. He took quite the beating, apparently. But I mean, Patrick, Patrick Shiflett took the win.
Good player.
He went against Cole and his intense, guard gunline army. Yeah. And even Patrick said going into the game, whoever gets first turn is going to be a huge advantage.
Yep.
Patrick got first turn and just wrecked Cole.
Well, he was playing knights, right? So he had less drops for sure.
Yep, he had 3 knights and something like, I want to say 3 smash captains in the guard.
Yeah, Patrick also won the Warp Charge Gaming Invitational.
Patrick is an excellent player.
He is.
He's good. I feel like James would very much enjoy playing against him because he's played some of the same kind of chaos lists.
His list building.
I like picking his brain.
Yeah, James has played Pat a few times on the simulator as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we might have posted one of those battles on our page. We actually have been posting the virtual battles on YouTube recently before they die away on Twitch.
Hey viewers, check out that content.
Exactly.
I imagine it's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I will watch it now because I didn't know it existed.
I actually did some watching of James and Pat playing, and the two of them playing was actually, there's a lot of laughing. It was good. They're cracking a lot of jokes. It was fun.
That's good.
James is known to do such a thing.
Dude, I'm all about clowning.
Yeah, man.
40k is about having a good time.
Totally. So should we? I got a bunch of awesome stuff I'm excited about too. I want to talk more about your Tyranids and everything too, Chris. But let's jump into some news real quick.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
So I mean, obviously, I wasn't here last week. I was out playing at a amazing event. Had a fantastic time. Music went down. I still haven't jumped on YouTube, guys. So make sure you let me know about comments because I need to check that out. Maybe nobody's watching. That's fine too.
We have 5 viewers currently.
Oh, what's up, everybody?
No commenters as of yet, but we have more viewers than just James and I. That's for
Okay,
sure.
okay. Well, yeah, there's some new music that I put out. I put out the mix, and that was awesome. It was just all around amazing. But as soon as I got back, it's straight into Warp Charge Gaming because there's so much to do. We have an Apocalypse game that's soon to be come out. We've already filmed it. We had a rough time. Some of you might have been able to catch a glimpse. Had a rough time streaming it because it was our first time in the game store. That is Battlegrounds.
What's up, Milo?
Oh, we got Milo saying what's up. What's up, Milo? I need to get some YouTube going on.
Oh, dude, that picture is awesome. I love it.
I know. And honestly, when I was collecting a bunch of imagery to show tonight, a lot of it is focused on the illustrious James Schaff. Because this guy is a madman when it comes to designing. He just kicked us out some sweet designs. So this is our logo.
Oh, dude. So literally, okay, I was putting in an order for some of the stuff that we have been designing because literally I'm thrilled with some of the designs I've seen thrown up. I've tried to not be super vocal because I've been really busy, like, working my dick off.
Sure.
But,
whew. I got some of them to share right now, and I'm getting the same kind of reaction from some other folks too. I think James is going to be busy doing a lot of designing here coming soon.
Dude, it's so cool. Like, I love the designs.
I
really do.
Here's our sweet sponsored backdrop. We're talking about Battlegrounds right now. I was just up in there today, and that's where we filmed the Apocalypse game. This is a nice little header we put together with Game Matty U and all of our other guys. Crystal Fortress, Death Ray Designs. The Death Ray Design stuff is painted up, but additionally we got a new T-shirt design we're getting ready to print out for Nova.
Dude,
got a big group order.
You know what I'm really sad about, George?
What's that?
You know what the thing I'm the most sad about is that we couldn't put out more designs because some of the ones we had like discussed. Oh, dude, the new design is amazing. I love that.
Oh, it's so good.
I wish we could have done multiple of the designs because like we had the Electric Warp Charge Gaming logo.
Oh yeah.
That I saw. Like
yeah.
If it's up to me, I'm gonna order one of freaking everything because.
Dude, I'm right there with you. I want every shirt I have to be Warp Charge Gaming, but we're at a moment right now where we have to prioritize, and it's mainly a matter of time and effort because really.
I'll throw down for some of the extra shirts. For an order.
I feel you. Well, the main thing we got to do is smart. We got to do it where we link up with a sweet T-shirt place locally, give them our prints, and start getting this stuff done en masse where we actually have an inventory of it.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah, it's mainly about building an inventory versus just a big buy to get shirts as quick as possible. And it all could be done fairly within time of Nova if you busted the hump a little bit. But it's mainly that the hump busting is like it's not worth doing without an investment of an inventory.
Yeah, okay. Actually, George, I have a question. This is up to you. I would have to do some cell phone charging and stuff like that. But I would love to, because while you guys are the Nova, I don't know what you'll need in terms of your own setup. But if I could borrow one of even just the small GoPro cameras,
sure.
I would love to film a game of 40k. Like I'll go out to. I'm gonna be in Poland for like 9 days.
Oh really?
I would love to. I would love to go out to one of the game stores because there's a few game stores even that have like some of the not recast, but like custom. Some of the custom like third-party bits and stuff like that. Like 2 of the sites are located in Poland. I would love to go to one of them.
Yeah. I don't know, Nova. That's pretty cool, Poland, but we might have to find a different way to record.
Absolutely. I just wanna. It may even be operant for me to invest in a GoPro myself.
Yeah, that'd be an amazing.
I'm not throwing out of the equation.
Having another one in our situation could be a good thing. Because Nova, man, it's gonna be like Adepticon. It'll be trying to be the best camera person I can be once again, but this time getting to stay at the event. I cannot wait to create content at Nova and just being wild and crazy. Do you remember? I wish I had right now the video of us since when we took over the when we took over the conference room, drunk as hell.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is hilarious.
That's
But-
like one of my favorite things. That's like one of my favorite 40k memories. Easily.
Oh my god, it's on video and it's somewhere buried away. But like, yeah, Chris and I and Connor, like, we busted in. I was like, let's go into this random place, and we just go into this like fancy schmantz conference room, like presidential
the conference
here.
room where they had like the Games Workshop announcements.
Yeah, and like I go and like sit in front of this big desk and put my feet up like I'm the king of the world and acting like I'm GW, and they're
He's,
asking
like making like decrees.
Yeah.
On what's gonna happen in the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were asking me questions like I was GW and I was speaking like the voice of God. It was hilarious. And I pretty much told them to go to hell on anything they asked me. I'll never tell.
Games Workshop, we're gonna do what we want when we want, and you're gonna buy our models.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to create some new memories there. So yeah, that's, I'm gonna probably need the cameras, but well, shoot, Nova, that's a super exciting thing. That makes me think of all kinds of stuff that I don't have images for everything, but I was just at Battlegrounds today. We are proud sponsors via Battlegrounds. They endorse us, and they're a sweet gaming store. There's a lot of ways that we're integrating to be able to help our audience and community to be able to get the benefits of what the cool stuff that Battlegrounds offers. I mean, sweet deals on models. I was just there today. I should have posted some of these pictures. They have a sick bunch of Age of Sigmar painted Nurgle models that came through. A bunch of Forge World stuff I'd never even seen before. With a little bit of effort, maybe on the back end of the episode, I'll show you some pictures. But yeah, all this stuff's at like 70% retail, painted and amazing. And a lot of it, like some of it rare out of print, or getting stuff from Forge World is kind of a pain in the butt. You got to wait, you got the shipping, whatever. It was cool as hell. But I'm just so excited. We're talking about in 2019, we're pairing up with Dark Bunny Creative and looking to host some booths at these majors like Nova and Adepticon, which is exciting. It'd be so cool to have Battlegrounds, Warp Charge Gaming, tag teamed with Dark Bunny Creative booths at these events. So really
dude, the Dark Bunny guys are awesome. I had a blast talking to them, interacting with them. I know that when I stumbled upon them in your apartment, it was like 6 a.m. and they were super tired and like not really awake. So my first impression of them was restricted, but like getting to play against one of them round one of our tournament.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I have the image of the army. The army that you played against won Best Painted at
I saw that.
ATC.
I liked that post. I was super happy to see that. It's a gorgeous army. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I probably told my opponent that.
So beautiful.
It's a gorgeous army, and the reality is, it's hard hitting. I mean, the little Onager Knight things.
Which, if you look really closely on the one in the top left by the trophy, it has the wolf head. Yeah, it's so freaking cool. They got great lighting effects. Dark Bunny Creative does not mess around, and I love those guys. We're working deeper and deeper with how we can get close with these guys. They're actually about to follow our lead with a dice order, which I'll throw that up on the screen. Look at that. God, those are sexy. We're going to kill the black and gold this time. You can only get 5 colors to be able to keep the cost down. So we're going to jump into, we had a Vortex Green that's going to be cool. Actually, at the game store, this is for you too, James, they were telling me that the yellow and orange one is out of print by Chessex. And so apparently you can only get it for custom dice orders. He said that one's going to be the most popular.
George.
Sweet.
Yeah, totally.
How many of each dice color you contemplating ordering at this point?
There's 635 divided by 5. I think there's like 90 some dice of each one.
There should be.
Or there's more than that. Over 100. Over 100. Yeah, I'm thinking about a different split. I've split them like so many different ways, based on how I imagine them going. Let's do the math. 625 divided by 5. That's 125 each.
Yeah. Wait. Yes. You're right.
12.
125 each. You're right.
Yeah, there should be about 10 or 11 sets of each one.
So what increments are we selling these dice in?
Well, there's the containers cost $1, so I was thinking about tagging that on to the ones that if you're down with it in a ghetto ass Ziploc bag, then you can save $1. But 10 for 12 is what I think is a steal of a deal for these beautiful dice, man.
Is there a better deal for increased volume or no?
No, we're already cutting right to just a great value because we could easily sell these at $15 if we wanted to go ahead and put the mark up.
George, I'm probably gonna buy like 60 dice.
They're really beautiful, aren't they?
Dude, I'm not kidding with you. So like the gold, like the increased gold, like in the left image, that's just like super iconic Warp Charge Gaming. I need at least a set of those just to have them. I'll probably use like command point counters or wound counters.
I figured we got to collect them all, dude. It's a part of our special runs.
Okay, so like
we need 12 of each, obviously.
Then there's the like amazing bottom right, like the bluish one. Yeah. I'm gonna use those for all things psychic power. And then there's the purple.
I picked that one out. I picked the blue out. Yeah.
I like the purple. You know what, man? I'm gonna need at least a set of each of these, and I'm probably gonna need at least 30 of one other set. So like.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's kind of fun.
Also because I'm not gonna lie, George. I don't know how it happens, but all my Warp Charge Gaming dice, they disappear. They it's like they disappear into the warp. Like I play against people, and it's just like, oh, okay. Well, I know I've donated some of these dice, but they're gone.
Yeah, I give all, I get used to giving them away. I've gave them away so many times at this point.
Oh, dude, I mean, at Adepticon, I mean, we had that story where
Juice wakes up with one next to him in the bed, and he's like, "What the fuck's this?" It hit from Long War.
Yeah, where did this dice come from? Just because I'd given I think 2 or 3 to Kenny.
So I mean, we're flowing with output of some new gear here, which I'm real pumped on.
Oh my god, the new gear! Share that stuff, man. Share me.
So back to some of these designs on James. Here's going to be on our Warp Charge Gaming event shirts at Nova. We have all these different variants. Here's another really sweet design that won't be released yet. And just like with our dice, our first sets of dice were these orange Vortex that are now going to be really special to me and us for the fact that we're on to other dice sets now, and now they're going to be something of the past, a piece of history if you got that first round kind of thing. And maybe it's just a color, but to us it has some milestone value. So just like these shirts, right now they're special runs, and technically if you jump on our Facebook, Warp Charge Gaming, on Facebook, you can totally jump into this group order. We're just offering everybody the same kind of pricing that we're all paying as a group, just to get people to be able to have shirts if they want it. We really appreciate your support, and I think that's awesome. But this is, in this case, the ritualistic circle is on the back, and then the spaceman, there's a small one on the breast. I've already had people hit me up you should put the logo on the front, or the lightning sign and all that stuff. Yeah, we're going with what we got for now, and then we got more coming. We just today
I love this logo.
Check this out, Chris. You see these freaking awesome things that, again, James cranking out the digital work here, perfectly sized. These custom images that we're going to be putting on our medals that will be at the Warp Charge Gaming Battle in the Warp Doubles tournament coming up August 12th. There's a flyer for that, also made by James. James cranks out all of our digital material, guys, as far as all the visual stuff you see that makes you want to click those buttons. He's the man hitting it behind the curtain.
One of them, they're creative types.
Runs our website. Here's the back. Here's another for Saturday. We have our Shadespire event. That's what I was doing today. I was over at Battlegrounds, basically recruiting. I actually got somebody new into the game, and they immediately after a demo game went and bought a set for the core set and some corn, which was awesome.
Shadespire.
Yep. I'm super stoked to see this trophy on the line. Looking at trophies today, I was showing you those medals. Man, that trophy you see in that corner, that is expensive. To get a diamond cut trophy with not even a stamp, it's cut into the stone. That's got to be a $60, maybe even $100 trophy. That GW's cranking out to these stores. Not only is James a mad scientist with the digital art, every Wednesday you can catch him on Twitch doing live streaming. Here's the latest update with the Orcs Shadespire board. I'm super pumped on both the models and the board and how cohesive they are together. I think this is going to be sweet. we were just talking about. I think that we're gonna actually throw Connor, Ali, and potentially some other player into the Nova trios, and I'm gonna jump into Shadespire with these orcs. So I'm really looking forward to getting to play in the Shadespire tournament at Nova, because that was something I wanted to do and having kind of the feel badsies on it. So looking forward to that. It'll give me an opportunity to actually create a lot of content on Thursday at Nova as well. So that's gonna be really tight.
Oh my god, I'm so sad that I can't play my list at Nova.
I'm just sad you won't be at Nova. I want to party, dude.
When's the next GT after Nova?
Shoot, I don't even know. I don't pay attention after that.
George, let's go. I don't
All
know
right.
what it is, but let's go. I don't care if it's the LVO. I don't care. Let's fucking go.
It's definitely Adepticon and next in my mind, but yeah. We need.
I'm down.
I want to go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind gambling. But yeah.
Dude, I
yeah.
love gambling. Oh wait.
Me too. So James, that was a lot of work, man. Thank you for all that. Looking good, dude.
Dude, yeah, no, the little like I mean, what are they called? The pendants, the metal.
Yeah.
I love the like index book like images. Like they are phenomenal. I mean, I love those icons in general. Those are the kinds of images that I would even say make like good, just like general, even like tattoo art kind of material. But like like to see those represented like.
Oh
Awesome.
man, James, dude, you ought to show us. I don't want to break the computers or anything, but you were screen sharing me that other like Jack Daniels looking like that.
What are we talking about?
He has all these different
Nah.
shirt designs, man. He has this
Nah.
other one that looks like it's like stamped on a bottle of whiskey or something. It's like, or like a biker, like it's on the back of a biker leather jacket or something. With Warp Charge Gaming, it's like super old school. Like it'd be like Warp Charge Gaming printed on like a dollar bill or something.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the Grim Reaper guy, I was like, "Oh, dude, this is like totally like a biker gang." Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
like iconography.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Hi, tell us about your laundry list of projects, James. You're painting your ass off, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm constantly painting.
Yeah,
James
That's what I
never
do.
sleeps.
let's hear what you got. Let's hear what you got on your roster right now.
Like what's to come, or what I've finished, and what's to come.
Let's hear what you've done in the last 2 weeks and what's coming.
All right. Damn, they're way over there. Well, I've done some All Talk for Ali.
Yeah.
Did some Farseers on bikes. Some of the War Walkers. 3 of those. Magnetize the weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Working on the Shadespire stuff.
Yep.
Then working on these planes.
Boom. Planes. Look at them
That's
lines.
planes.
Look at them lines.
And let's see. I got the Space Wolf display board coming up.
Ooh, yeah.
So get that ready for Nova so
Yeah.
that you can display the wolves.
Yo,
Hopefully the codex drops in time.
George.
It's like right here though. Nova's like now. Like I'm not getting a codex. I'm not even getting an orc
Right.
codex.
My
2
George.
weeks out.
George, you know what I think, man? And this is sincere. I think we're gonna see at the Nova them announce that Space Wolves and like Orcs are gonna come out in like 2 weeks.
I
feel like
agree.
they're gonna do. I feel like they're gonna do like a live preview
I
of the
agree.
codexes.
I agree.
And I think that would be really cool, especially if it was 2 books at once, because technically before 8th edition Volume 1 can end, even there still has to be a Sisters of Battle Codex and the Genestealer Cult Codex, and at least the Genestealer Cult Codex we know is coming, and the Sisters Codex we know is coming too, because they announced that at Adepticon, I guess.
Yeah, and 2019. So I mean, yeah, that makes total sense. That's the timeline. I mean, basically, it's here. There ain't no waiting for Space Wolves or Orcs by Nova. I don't even think it'll make a cutoff.
So, honestly, I imagine Orcs are gonna happen in October because they love to do that stupid October or Orktober pun.
Well, Kill Teams dropped Saturday. I think that was like that. Their whole like, big pause on 40k because it's still 40k, but it's not. So sorry, Orcs and Space Wolves, it's Kill Team time, and Kill Team, which I'm really excited for. But
dude, so okay, I feel like because of the armies I play, I'm gonna be really okay. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I've watched a lot of preview videos. I think 2 of the factions that are gonna be the happiest are Genestealer Cult and Tau.
When the new books drop? Tau?
No. In kill teams.
Oh, in kill teams. Oh, right.
Absolutely. So like, I mean, I've been, dude, George, you've obviously read some of the rules, but like, I've just been from what I've been listening to, some of the stuff is super interesting, like the hit modifiers.
Yeah, dude.
The assaults happening in the movement phase.
Oh man, you just reminded me. So like, okay, I'm gonna just jump here for a minute, but like, dude, the kill team book was beautiful. It looks so great. All the materials look. It's a great box, and the price point's stupid good. I'm thrilled for it, and the rules look just very comprehensive. I'm very satisfied and secure knowing that the Shadespire team was making sure that it was a very balanced game. I think it's gonna be great. I think one thing too that I've been kind of that I'm still not 100% on, but I'm investigating is how the card system works. I've been trying to understand the way that they're getting to make you have to buy the equipment. Because, you can have the models, like literally the Orcs is just like 5 Burna Boys. I totally have that. But, in order to have the abilities outside of the core rulebook, there's unique ones that exist inside of the pack. But, yeah, go ahead.
We have to play narrative campaign. I want to use all the tiers of specialists. I know, like, the match play stuff is only the, like, first tier specialists for competitive purposes. But like, I want to play narrative campaign.
Yeah, totally, 100%. I can't wait to cover this shit out of kill teams in all sorts of ways.
The only thing I'm really upset about is that Chaos Demons are not in kill teams, which makes sense from a fluff perspective, but it still kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, I dislike it too. But hey, they could totally be in there in a narrative side of things. They could be the NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to go. The book's cool. I'm curious if they make you draw these cards, if like you almost physically need them to be able to play comfortably, or if it's just a matter of knowing what those abilities are and just being able to pick them out like stratagems. Like you can have like the core stratagems you plan to use written down on a piece of paper. You never need like cards to draw, but in Shadespire you need the physical cards. And it seemed they're putting unique things within each faction pack to make you almost want those tools or need those tools to play beyond just the models, despite how they may advertise. So just trying to investigate what it takes first,
Well, and I gotta be honest, they're doing that. Like I saw the preview just for Gene Stealers, as it was like another Tyranid bonus preview for kill teams. The terrain, man. Yeah. I love that there's the incentive of terrain. So I know
the orcs come with the cranes and shit, and those cranes are like super cool.
Dude, I want those cranes.
Dude, right? the Tyranid Gene Stealer box comes with the crates, like the Manufactorum crates.
Yeah.
I love those crates. And there's like actually rules and like stratagems specifically to that.
Those bits. Yeah, totally. I'm stoked on it. I think that the core set they're not making it. They act like you can just get the core rule book, but there's literally 100 different universal like cards inside the core box that it sounds like you're gonna want and need. I mean, pretty much all the little tidbits and tools you could use, like all these different proxies. But let's not kid ourselves. You're being a slouch and not having the luxury of playing the game as it's meant to be played without all the tools. So I think the core box and like faction sets are kind of essential. And the one thing I am glad about is they're not putting universal type of tools in each faction, forcing you like Shadespire to buy each one. I think that's classy of them. But dude, so something that happened today that was kind of mind-blowing is I got to play my first demo game of Infinity. I did that for almost like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but yeah, what's up?
You're breaking my heart.
Dude.
I'm kidding. Tell us about Infinity.
It blew my mind, dude. Like that game is insane. So check it out. Like apparently many different gaming systems have this where they have a person that is a liaison to players of the area that want to learn how to play. They're basically just a volunteer player that kind of logs their hours of demo games, events, and their enthusiasm towards the hobby, and gets in return like exclusive models and things like that. Well, they call them like henchmen. Everybody has like a different name for what that type of person is inside that type of gaming system. Magic has it, whatever. It's basically a recruiter to play that game. Well, this guy I got to meet today for Infinity. So this guy's been playing forever, owns every faction, is a professional Infinity player, and he gave me a demo today that blew my mind. Okay, I think his name was Doug. He rocked face at teaching this game.
Doug is, what does he look like?
Older guy. He used to be in the army.
Like flat hair.
Yeah, he used to be in the intelligence, in the army. He's like a military dude from way back when, retired.
Blondish hair?
Honestly, I just remember looking at the board a lot. I can't remember much beyond that. But dude,
if it's the dude I'm thinking of, it's the same dude that is a previous employee back when it used to be FTW Games.
Not sure, but he knows Infinity left, right, and
about
backwards.
How tall would you say he is?
My height? I don't know.
Wow, you're like grilling about this dude.
I'm very curious because this particular employee at Battlegrounds, he's been a very positive influence on my gaming experience in the area, and I know he's been there forever. So I was curious if it was the same guy.
It could. He goes there to play this Infinity and Star Wars every Thursday, and it's cool because they're holding a tournament. It was really cool to get to know him today because one, this is their night to play that game, and I got to actually see the Infinity community at large there, and it was packed of people playing tabletop gaming, which ruled. And they're hosting an event this weekend on the same time that we're doing the Shadespire, so it was like we kind of had like a collaborative type of feeling. But the dude broke down the game in a very thematic way where we didn't like play the game. He just showed me all the different types of scenarios that could happen within it, and like, well, what if this was happening and this was happening, you could do this, 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 and this, and explaining the different type of camouflages, how activations work, the way that the different varieties of armies, man, like the way that there's ninjas in that game, and the ninjas seem sick. Like when you deploy your stuff, you can deploy them as markers where your opponent doesn't know what is under those markers. Like you have two sheets when you meet your opponent. One is the sheet that tells all the information that's unique only for you, and then you have your sheet that you hand to your opponent that's limited on what they know based on only what they are allowed to know. And when
I love cheating.
When they're looking at the board, well, another thing in there is you can't pre-measure in there either, which is another tricky thing
George, actually, so this is something you're not aware of, but pre-measuring didn't come till 40k. I think until
I totally knew
6th
that.
edition?
Yeah, 100% knew that. But yeah, that's a wild concept in itself. Quirk on Mini Wargaming is really good at judging things by eye. He's proved himself a few times on camera of like, I swear I can look at distance and calculate it almost exactly, and he's really on point due to such things. I think he plays War Machine as well, which also didn't do pre-measuring. I'm intrigued by it, but dude, the way that there's like so many ways that like they incorporate like what could really happen. It's so interactive, so thematic. I'm blown away by that game. It looks like a huge investment of understanding. There's they call it like a very sheer cliff of a learning curve. But I'll take that 90-degree angle, I think, man. There's already a community here, and it is incredible. So I really got my mind blown, but it was just like boggled my hoggle. My head was like kind of spinning, but I got used to the D20 system. The very basics of the game is easy enough to swallow, but the depths of all that you can do and what you can bring, hackers, engineers, doctors, there's like you can hack someone's mind, and you can when people die, like people can get knocked down and not critically wounded, like removed off the board. And you can like go and hack the intel from the mind of a fallen soldier if you have like a guy that has that kind of ability. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. And like you can plant mines on the board. And again, there's like hidden deployment where like you literally like take a picture of the board, and so that only you secretly know where something's deployed at. And like whenever they get within range, you can activate and just like jump out of the shadows like straight secret style. It's amazing. Okay, I'm done ranting. But Infinity blew my mind. It was great to get a demo game.
That's awesome, man.
I look forward to covering all the games, and I'm really excited about these side games, being able to meet new people, continue to expand our diversity and coverage.
So I gotta be honest, George. I gotta make a few points.
Yeah, go for it.
First off, I would love to play an Infinity game with you. I am interested, but I'm so invested in 40k. I think James said before, it's difficult for me to tear myself away from 40k ever.
Yeah, in a not just because financially it's not that difficult to be, but more invested just like heart and soul and mind, right?
It's a bizarre relationship I have with 40k. It's almost kind of like a oh man, I don't know how to describe it, but 40k is amazing. There's like a psychological return on it because I'm so invested in it specifically. People all find their specific game, and like, while I don't consider myself the best 40k gamer, it is one of my favorites easily.
I think the investment in the lore that you've had definitely plays a big role into that. And that's
I can't even begin to deny that, George.
Yeah.
I love the lore. I'm a
lore's
huge
great.
sloth head.
Yeah.
That said, yeah.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm looking at David talking about only being on the, like I used to say the same thing. I was totally the same way. But I don't know. Once I just realized that I'm getting my ass kicked at these tournaments all the time, and that I was playing to win. I put way too much emphasis to play to win, and that got me in a different perspective that I think is healthy. I've been enjoying the adventure of many different games.
George.
Yeah.
I am playing to win.
That's good, dude.
I've become a monster, and I must be sated. I demand satisfaction.
Right on, dude. Bring it home. I also enjoy winning a lot.
I need to go to another tournament where I go 0-3. That will be the moment where I'm very humbled, because after this last event, I just want blood.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm just glad. I don't know, when I got too hyper focused on the winning, I just became more, honestly, I think it's that I became more passionate in the content of it all, more the wider. I think I've taken a kind of more wide angle lens of I'm just all about Warp Charge Gaming, dude.
George.
Yeah.
You're also more of an artist than I am.
Oh.
I think.
Well, yeah, I can't paint.
Okay, painting for me is like I don't approach painting as an artist. I approach it as like a tedious, necessary step for me to engage this hobby. I'll be honest. Like, don't get me wrong, I am happy with how good I've gotten at painting, but like, it's not the reason I 40k. I 40k to game and read lore. Painting is like the tertiary element of this hobby for me.
Sure.
And I'm happy with how good I've gotten at it, but I am no James. James is amazing as an artist.
No doubt. James.
And I don't say that to shit on myself.
He's falling asleep.
I don't say that to shit on myself, but I cause even at the Lynchburg tournament, I had people come up multiple times and be like, dude, like, your models are amazing. I'm like, dude, like,
your shit's good, dude.
I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel like my painting gets me into like the upper 2/3 of painters easily. But I mean, an airbrush is almost cheating for people who don't have one, because it lets you get even coats so easily. People are like, oh, it's airbrushing cheating. No, but at the same time, if you learn how to use one decently, you're gonna outpace people that only dry brush.
For sure. I need to get my ass over to James Sheets, man, because he's got that Death Ray design stuff all painted up, and it looks really sick. But I know the pictures don't do it any justice.
Oh, dude, I love it. And beyond that, so I think, George, and this is a dark thing to voice,
okay,
but with kill teams, I'm gonna probably want all of the armies just because of the terrain. Obviously the cards are a factor because they're doing it Shadespire style.
Ish.
Yeah.
Because they're not putting Universal in there, but so that's
yeah. But what was I gonna say?
You want all the factions, right?
I'm probably gonna order a secondary set of this damned alien terrain, however long it takes to get. I may have James do a secondary set of it where he has free reign on the entire kill team set of terrain.
Yeah.
To use the Tyrannid the Horizon 3D terrain, like morph it. Just have spires coming through it, bursting through it, etc., etc. I think that would be a cool set because a lot of the terrain.
I'm already going to be sending James the kill team's terrain, and you should just buy it from him after he paints it all up. Unless James wants to get it
bursting through it.
That's what I mean. You should just take this first batch and shove all this Tyrannid stuff through it. And then, unless, James, do you actually want this terrain to use, you think? Or are you going
to... I need terrain.
Yeah, you need terrain.
Dude, take terrain. Dude, I went to Connor's place to play the other day, and, I had my table set up, and I borrowed, I didn't borrow, but, I got my boards from George's. Connor was a little blown away just by, how much terrain I had, and, I was ready to set up, a board with my Tyrannid gaming mat. It's
gotta have it.
It's a luxury, man. People don't. A lot of casual gamers don't have a good enough setup in their home, and for sub $200 easily enough, you could get a really nice just home set of terrain.
No doubt.
You should do it. Do it, internet. Buy terrain. Play games at home. It's great.
It is true. That's the cool thing about kill teams, though, is that one, it comes with terrain, and two, it fits on a kitchen table, so anybody can freaking play that game. It's such a I cannot wait to play multiplayer kill teams. That honestly gets me the most thrilled. Same thing with Shadespire. It's dope when you add more people.
I gotta say, George, I largely agree, but also at the same time, when it comes to these multiplayer games, I hate the idea of odd-playered games.
Yeah, four is critical.
4, 6, I'm not keen on. I mean, 5 wouldn't be horrible. But
yeah,
anything
anything
less than 5, where you have an odd number, kind of sucks.
Yeah, I can respect that.
You're just basically picking on 3.
Yeah,
you're being political about not being prejudiced against 3.
Well, the issue is with the deployment of players. You're completely right, James. But the problem ends up being is that so it ends up always almost any 3-player game where 2 players shit on 1 player. And at that point, it's just kind of done for that 1 player. It's just not a fun experience. It's bad touch.
You're killing me, bro.
I remember one game, me and George and Carson played a 3-player game, and Carson was deployed in the middle. And I feel like me and George both kind of had the same idea. We were like, let's not really attack Carson at first, because if we do, he's just gonna get fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you have to make that decision.
Because if me and George had gone after Carson first, he would have just got smeared off the table. It would have just not been fun for anybody.
Yeah. We three-player 40k is especially hard.
Dude, yeah, definitely.
I think that Shadespire and kill teams are more capable of doing those in a fun way, but I think it's especially hard 40k.
I kind of agree.
Yeah. So what are you, James? I haven't heard much from you, man. Tell me about your life, James. Tell me what's going on, man.
Dude, I'm just painting shit, man. That's all I'm ever doing. Hanging out with the kid, being dad, and fucking painting shit. That's my life. It's a cool life.
Yeah, I like it, dude.
Dude, I got this giant canvas behind me. It's like a 6-foot by 3-foot canvas.
Yeah,
James,
commissioned up.
I mean, don't feel obligated to do this, but I would really like to see works in progress on this. This would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm planning on setting up the GoPro and recording it.
Nice. Good man. Create content.
It's so massive that
I mean, you showed us
I need to record the process, because just the fucking canvas alone is $150. It's just a blank canvas.
I like this. This is good. I like it.
So I need to record it. So in case someone else fucks it up, like I'd be like, it's not me. I didn't do it.
You record your dog like licking that shit off there. You're like,
I'm so worried about something happening to this canvas.
nice. I'm trying to read some of these comments.
Dude, I haven't played 40k in a while though.
Yeah.
I feel 40k to prize.
I'm a little out of the loop myself.
Well, I was supposed to go to a tournament and I didn't. Did something else with the family.
I can't remember what it was. I can't remember my last game.
George.
What's up, dude?
Make a cheese dick list and go to a tournament. You need this in your life.
Dude, I'll go to a tournament. Where the hell is one? The only thing I know about's ours. I went out of town. There was like, there's the tournament. You know. Now I'm back on my hand. That's the problem with these parts, Chris. We don't got enough damn tournaments.
George, do you want to play in the doubles? Because I'll TO. I mean, I agreed to be Carson's partner, so if that's the case, you absolutely should be Carson's partner. But like, if you want to play, man, I'm down.
No, not this one. I still am like highly bent around, you know, making it just being hyper focused on making it the best I can, you know.
Dude, it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be a really good one.
Menu, so dope.
I think we're gonna have a great turnout too. We haven't got a lot of people jumping on the Best Coast Pairing app and getting your tickets today.
I gotta do that. I meant to do the shirts earlier and the tickets earlier.
Get your goddamn ticket, Chris.
I got my shirt. I would have already got my ticket if I was able to go.
Come on now.
Even if I didn't have a partner, I'd be like, I'm playing my 2,000 points against your 1-1.
Right? Shit. That's what I'm gonna. If there's an odd team, I mean, hell, Chris, I might end up playing anyways. If there's an odd team, I'm just playing 1 versus 2 versus 1, you know. And again, I stick by it. If you can't beat Space Wolves, then you deserve to lose. So deal with it. Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't entirely disagree, but I mean, man, that Night Space Wolves list, man, it's good.
Yeah, no, I believe that. It's
a good list. I mean, going up to that last Warp Church Gaming tournament, man, I was saying I'm terrified of these lists that are gonna have these 3 mini nights. First 2 games play against 2 armies with these damn 3 mini nights.
Yeah. I'm curious of the competition. You know, that speaks to we actually had Nova hit us back on. We sent them out some questions on the Trios event.
What did they say?
They exploit.
Yeah, I mean, they did say you're gonna have to hold tight on a addendum that might be coming out on unique relics. The way they wrote the rules, and this is something James and I were like, what? Is that really how it is? But they literally just say like, and no other restrictions apply. And it's pretty much like each player builds their list independently, and you each have your own warlord. You can each pick your unique characters, whatever. No other restrictions. And
they go so ham where you can have like both have Magnus and Ahriman.
Yeah, double Magnuses, double Ahrimans, double Mortys.
You can go crazy ham, or you want to go crazy with relics, and you want to roll like 4 dice for every command point spent, like. You want to get real nutty? Because Nova said you can get real nutty.
Did we still put in ours the 1 Supreme Command? Is that in our packet? Yeah. Okay.
That is one thing we did is there's only 1 Supreme Command per team.
Yeah, we decided to put a little bit of a...
Sorry, I'm very jarred and confused.
The Nova Trios... We did one thing different than what they did, and that is that we said you can only have 1 Supreme Command attachment in a paired army.
No, I heard that part, but what was all the stuff before where people were like, let's just take like all of the fucking...
Okay. So this is what you can do at our team tournament, or even at the Nova Trios, is that whenever you do a 1,000-point list, we did clarify, even though they don't write it out in bold, whenever you're at a 1,000-point list, you can only have the rule of 2 applies instead of the rule of 3. So, you can only have 2 of something. But you are building your list independently, so you can literally have 4 4 of a unit, and you can have 2 of the same unique characters. You can have 2 of the same unique. So you can have double Magnuses, double Mortys, double Armons. You can both have Supreme Command attachments with Armons and double.
You could all do
Demon
nothing but
Princes.
Demon Princes.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if I was going to play in the team doubles, I would want double Supreme Command attachment of 1,000 Suns, and I would take double Armon.
We limited it to just
Yeah,
one.
in ours you could not, right? Because we made a call of sanity. The only thing that, and we even asked them point blank, like, yo, like, can we take the exact same relics and we get to do it twice? Literally, if both, right now they're telling us that they're gonna potentially put out an addendum, but right now, as written,
That's so garbage.
like 2 people can take a roll of 6 and get a command point back. If you both have that relic, you both get to do it.
You should be able to take the same relic. You shouldn't be able to take the same character.
Seems obvious.
Hey, Chris, I'm agreeing with you. That's not how like I've played it.
But
Once armies are together, it becomes one army. But in theirs, they write it differently.
I agree. I mean, you have to play it to how it's written.
And
well,
beyond that, I asked them directly.
Yeah. But the whole reason why we are playing the same missions as Nova is so that people in the area can get in that practice.
Yeah.
Because you're going to see this shenanigans.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely, to my intention was definitely just to practice the missions more and the army construction too. But again, we got to throw some sanity in there. What's up, dude?
I fucked up. I should have picked James as my partner. Not James Schmoff, but like James Sheets.
Yeah.
I could have.
Which is my last name, but it's cool.
Schmoff.
The illustrious.
And I could have just run like my 2K list and just smashed face.
Yeah. What are you doing, dude? Get it together. But we needed Carson up in there though, and
you can party with the elf guy.
We need and besides, like, yeah, Connor and James are like tight. They were all over it, dude. There was no stopping it.
Dude, no, they have a strategy. I hate it. Their strategy is garbage. I want to destroy their army. I want to play them. I want to play them and destroy them. That's my goal.
Is the pylon gonna just take out everything?
I don't want to disclose the details, but I'll tell you there is some stupid shenanigans.
There's definitely pylons in the pylon land.
Well, it's one detachment, right?
No, it's 2 detachments. So if Carson's smart, he'll take the Lord of War, and then he'll take a patrol and just rock that out with like a Lord.
Does the trios in army construction limit you to 2 detachments? I don't think it does.
You get 2 detachments per 1,000 points.
Oh, per 1,000, right? That's the thing. They don't say it. They just say if you know the rules at 1,000 points, it's rule of 2, and you can only take 2 detachments. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But when you add it together, that's 4 detachments.
Totally.
Oh
Which is
God.
not the standard 2K, yeah.
Yeah,
you got
4 detachments. You can have a rule of 4, basically. Double unique, double relic, and it's all in 2,000 points. It's about to get crazy, dude. I'm seeing Imperial Guard with some Blood Angels or maybe some Knights, and then having Dark Eldar mixed in there with some Yannari, just throwing in flavor.
I want
Harlequin throwing in those bikes.
I want to go total double 1,000 Suns. Like I would not necessarily Supreme Command, but I would definitely do
1,000 Suns all day.
4 DPs, 2 Magnuses, 2 Armons, and then if there's any points left,
Zangors. Did I mention Zangors? Did you take 2 units of Zangors? You have 1 before when you start the game. You use the deep strike trick. So they were started on the board. So now they can go over there turn 1. You can still warp time them. You can tail them out so they're getting all these bonuses, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
Yeah,
smashing face.
I know David Pinhole on the thread there. He's like, yep. I know David plays Zinch, and he's like, yep, in your face. You did.
Oh, dude, are so gross right now. And you bring in the 2nd unit and you deep strike them. So after you do the first combo with the 1st unit, you didn't do it again with the 2nd unit. And it just gets so nasty. And then you just have Demon Princes rolling around with 2 Magnuses, just blasting bitches. What?
Right.
I'm hyped for it. That's what I would want to be running.
I want to run.
Dark Eldar.
I want to run. I'm not gonna lie. I want to run 18 zone tropes.
I'd like to. I want to run a bunch of. And I can't do it like that. Well, wait. Can you do 18 with legally? Because they can go units of 5, right? Units of
squads of 6.
Nice. Yeah, you did that to us, and you did that to me in the APOC game, and that was the first time I'd ever seen even a squad of 6. Yeah.
No, they'll still have a 1-point command point stratagem where you can't deny it. If 3 units of at least 3-man zone tropes are in range of each other, being 6 inches, you can pick a point on the board 18 inches away from any one of the units, and all units within, I think it's 3 inches. It may be D6. I think it's 3 though. Take 3d3 mortal wounds. For 1 command point, and you don't get to deny it, so that's nice.
Yeah, that sounds solid. I got Milo on the thread asking if do we use horrors. I'm gonna pick up my.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you that I saw that comment, and it was just like, oh yeah, does George have horrors? Yeah. Does George have horrors? I'm not sure.
Does this man have horrors?
I'm gonna take my headphones off for a sec.
Yo, show those off.
This guy's excited to talk about his horrors. Everyone's walking away. I don't know what just happened.
What? What's up?
Just leaving cameras on. Oh, he's back.
Yeah. No, I was just picking up these horrors. I'm gonna show Milo. Nice. I have to watch it on lag on the YouTube, so that was difficult. But yeah, I have a lot of horrors, dude. That was just the pinks, and I was just a part of them. James painted up all my horrors, and he did a good job. Look at these guys.
Horrors for days.
Yeah, and then I got a sweet Fate Weaver that you might have caught a glimpse of. Let me see if I can get it to where I can see the camera in real time. James painted this thing up like hardcore for me. Yeah, you got a little bit of a shot there. His wings, serious business. Which I'm actually excited to run him in Age of Sigmar, but he's crapping 40k. But damn, he's pretty, ain't he?
I forgot I even painted that guy.
Yeah, huge fan.
So many miniatures.
Yeah, dude, you got a repertoire. Yeah, so this is one of my favorite models because it was like one of the first ones. This is where I got addicted to James's painting. I had to grab my Scabathrax next because those were the 2 models that I think I started with you. No, dude,
it was the horrors first.
Was it before even Fate Weaver and Scabathrax?
Yeah.
Okay, the horrors are where I got addicted. And then I kept going, and then I got really, really, really even more addicted. Look at this. This thing is such a badass. I saw one of these in the store today, and it just looked like this piddly piece of shit compared to this, dude. This thing is so amazing.
Dude, and I got a better one on eBay right now.
I know. Yeah, the second one you did was even better, but I love mine.
Oh, dude, no, it's super dope. I wanted to keep it. I didn't want to give it to you.
Yeah. Anybody that sees it is like, God dang. I'm going to be playing I think it's the 25th. I hope that you can come, Chris, because Vincent, who actually won our last Warp Charge Gaming tournament, he is, Chris isn't even on the damn thing, so I don't even know why I'm even showing his chair right now. Let me go back to you, James. There you are. Yeah, so Vincent, who won our last tournament, he's hosting a APOC game at Battlegrounds. So I am bringing all of my Chaos and Orcs. I'm going to bring a Stompa, a Gargantuan Squiggoth, Scabathrax, Magnus, Angrath, a Brass Scorpion, a Lord of Skulls. It's going to be awesome. 250 point power level.
There's so much color in him and Fate Weaver.
I know, right?
Like, there's so much color. Like, I think I used over 60 different colors with those guys.
Like the stack was huge. Oh, let's have them have this is our new talk show. We're just going to play with these. Hello. I'm Fate Weaver, James. You're Scabathrax.
I'm cool with that. I'm so cool with that.
I'm James. Oh, they're so pretty, dude. God, yeah, these are some of my best models for sure. After this, I was like, I need a whole new
Make me want to
caliber.
grab my Scabathrax. I gotta be back. I gotta grab it.
Yeah, Scab. Let's have them both talking to each other. I am Scabathrax. Do. He's so cool. What up, internet? Are we? Are you entertained? While I play with my model in front of the camera, because I enjoy being here. And I hope you do too.
Dude, it's about to be Scabathrax time.
Scabathrax time. Nice. Double Scabby. Your camera's not as good.
But it's okay, because this guy's super cool, and he's got nurglings hanging off of him.
Yeah, yours. Yeah, you went crazy on the purples and stuff on him. You guys can catch all of that. I have all that recorded, and I think it's still up on the Twitch if you want to see him paint
this is all painted on Twitch, dude. The base is from Elric Hobbies. It's a resin base, and then I poured clear resin on top of it with some Nurgle rot in between layers to create like a goopy runoff.
Totally.
And then there's what is it called? Blood for the Blood God.
Dude, I wish we could have
I also use a secret that most people don't know about. Halloween, after it's over, load up on the fake blood. Like the scab stuff, most of it's made out of acrylic. And that shit will dry up. You can varnish it, and it's awesome. It helps me get my like super gore effects.
Nice.
Yeah, super cheap. Way cheaper than Blood for the Blood God.
Milo, James charges a fair rate, I'm sure. But he's amazing. He's very backed up. Milo wants to know how much you charge, James. I guess kind of hard to say based on level and time. I'll tell you this from
Dude,
somebody.
I build a relationship. Like,
yeah,
we build a friendship. If you're cool, I'll paint some cool shit for you.
I was about
to
say,
not cool, man. And you're an asshole, and you want to like tell me what to do. I got other shit to paint.
Milo's no asshole, I'm sure.
If you're cool enough, and you got like cool ideas, and like they get my like mojo running, like I'm excited. Like me and Ali get along so well, even though he makes me paint elves. But
I was gonna say
cool
like
ideas.
Like as somebody that's gotten some commissions from James and then and beyond, I would say he will definitely like blow your mind with going above and beyond. You're like, dude, like he's like, do you think I should do this or that? And you're like, I can't even, I'm kind of speechless at where it's at right now, so I don't know what the hell to tell you to do, dude. Because this dude will just keep stacking colors. He will use more colors on your base just to put flock on top of it so that when the flock runs off, there's still going to be a sick-ass paint job underneath that nobody will even see.
Dude, I get too dumb with that. Like, it makes no financial sense. Like, it doesn't make sense on the tabletop. It literally does not make any sense. Like, I have friends that make fun of me for it.
15 colors on a base, dude.
Dude, I'll go ham on a base and literally cover the whole thing where you're barely seeing it.
Yeah. It's good, though. It's good.
Like, I could prime it and, like, do a wash and cover it the same way. You couldn't tell the difference.
For anybody checking this out, if you want to hit up James about getting a paint job done, just admin@warpchargegaming.com, admin@warpchargegaming.com. Love to hear from you. I'm sure James could fit you into his illustrious schedule.
Yeah. No, we can chat. We can collab. Like, I'm definitely reasonable. Like, I do not make minimum wage when it comes to painting. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, this is a labor of love. I haven't been in the hobby very long. Been an artist my whole life. Done tattoos, graphic design. Like, done that my whole life. But dipping into this, like, give me a couple of crystal brushes under my belt, and then I'll be charging ridiculous rates. As of right now, like, you're helping me build my portfolio, and I have the GoPro set up, and you're helping me create content. So I'm very reasonable.
Check out our Instagram too. That has all of James's work for the most part pretty well categorized or cataloged of the stuff in progress. It's really cool to see, like when he just has like the heads on the toothpick kind of thing when he's painting up the details along the way. I always enjoy watching your works in progress as they go along and then seeing the final bit. Not to mention Magnetization Master. He has this Bloodthirster. Dude, we never made that video, that piece of content I made with the Bloodthirster.
You said you were going to.
I know. I forgot that I even had it.
Yeah, do that.
James has, like, we were gonna make a whole GIF series on just like stuff that breaks apart. Yeah, so like he has this Bloodthirster that converts into every different version of the Bloodthirster, like different heads, different wings, different weapons, and every little component of this asshole, even things you would never even need to come off of it, are all
like
magnetized.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like out of control. And I tried to take like a step-by-step that must still be in the content folder from when I came to Adepticon, man. Like, I forgot all about that thing.
Has to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the very first thing I magnetized. Because, like, I got that Bloodthirster from a painting competition. I won a $100 gift card, and with, like, the discount that the dude gives in the store, like, I just basically gave me the box for the Bloodthirster. And I was still brand new in the hobby. I was just thinking about starting a Khorne Demonkin army. My buddy Simon gave me,
rest in peace,
a Chaos Space Marine box, like just the starter like box unit, and then I picked up the starter half of the Dark Vengeance box set. Like that was my army, and then I won this Bloodthirster, and I was like, still like can't wrap my head around someone would actually pay this much money to get this thing, because I paid $10 in this contest, and they gave me a box of Space Marines, and I paid like $3 for like the base for it. So for me, like, I'm keeping the shit cheap, everything super cheap. So when I was like, I don't want to get 3 different Bloodthirsters, I'm gonna magnetize it. Had no idea how to do it, and I think I own that shit.
Oh man, I was like, what?
So now it's like nights are easy. Like I love LEDs now. Like your Dreadnought. That was cool putting LEDs in.
Oh, yeah. I showed somebody that when I was playing the APOC game. They were like, what? Like, mind blown. How does someone even do that? Which we also have all the work in progress pictures. That's actually on our Facebook. You can go to our Facebook pictures and see the work in progress pictures as you put the lights into that Venerable Dread. We've done our best to try to catalog a lot of your work in progress. I still feel like, oh, I lost my video call. Whoa. See that, everybody? They're just gone. Gone. Well, screw it. You know what? That's wacky. And we're pretty much at the end of the show, friends. We only go like an hour here, right? So I will just recap and close this thing out. We got Shadespire. That's happening Saturday here in Richmond, Virginia at Battlegrounds. Love that store. Can't wait to host this competition and offer this sweet trophy that's given by GW themselves. It's going to be a great time, guys. I hope to see you there. And currently, if you jump on our Facebook, you can have an opportunity to jump into our group buy for T-shirts. We're basically just giving whoever wants to jump into this group order can get a T-shirt like anybody else, same price. And you know, down the road, hope to be able to offer this as a little bit more of an inventory and be able to bring in a little bit of income from it. But right now, it is just straight up jump into the wagon here. We'd love to have you supporting us. Upcoming soon, we will have some dice as well. Looking forward to these beauties. That's 9 weeks away. Our first batch are all gone. We've given them away or sold them, and I hope you want to jump into that mix. There will be a limited quantity of the colors you see. And big thanks to our sponsors, Battlegrounds, Crystal Fortress, Death Ray Designs, and Game Out of You. Really appreciate these folks for believing in what we have to offer to the community. And we really appreciate everybody out there that is helping support what we're doing here, because we want to continue the train. So, yeah, y'all, just living dreams and trying to make the gaming lifestyle be what I do for a living. So I hope that you all enjoy the content. I appreciate you. Keep taking fun seriously. We'll catch you next time, every Thursday at 9.